It's 1 p.m. I'm barely awake. It is the 16th of January, and somehow this shirt took 2 weeks to finish.
Hi, I'm Loki. Evidently, it's a glasses day, so therefore I'm feeling a bit lazy, but also at the same time, I'm not feeling lazy because I don't have enough dramatic shirts like this. So we need to make some out of my old remnants, but before we do that, I'm gonna go test my luck and buy a lottery ticket.
So, hi, I'm back here. Evidently I've proven to myself that I can actually read a lottery ticket, so we're gonna ignore— oh my god, I can't get this to stand on here. We're gonna ignore the— I was gonna buy a lottery ticket for a while because I don't know how to read them. Anyway, so I have this whole shelf of fabric and whatnot that's from various different projects. Some of them are like full remnants because I went and I bought them for the specific purpose of doing a specific project with them, and I haven't touched them yet. Others are remnants. There's a lot of remnants because I have a lot of things I've just done over the past year because apparently historical sewing became my comfort object during the thing. We're gonna call it the thing because I don't know what YouTube's issue is with me saying that fancy word that the CDC keeps saying, so I'm not gonna say it. I should probably be a bit nicer to y'all and like not have to force y'all to suffer through my inability to stand up a camera. I swear I can stand up a camera. I swear I know how to tripod work. I'm just really lazy at the moment and I'm working on like no sleep at the moment. Okay. That was a bit farther than I intended to go. Okay, so we're feeling a bit lazy now. Like the lazy's actually setting in. So here are the intentions. I'm gonna use some of my old flannels and we're gonna make some 18th century men's shirts out of them. Go sit over there, Mothman. First remnant that we have up is this one that I got from Joann's. It's like a nice purple with like moons and stars and fancy things on it. Not really. It's really soft. The border said that it was not suitable for children's sleepwear. So evidently I'm going to use it as a shirt for myself because I can. I have another flannel up on my shelf of doom, but I don't think there's enough to make an 18th century men's shirt out of it. There could theoretically, but like, I don't think there is. Maybe like a short sleeve summer version, but like it's flannel. I might make that into socks though. That might be my socks fabric. So, given that we're working with remnants, I don't have like specific yardage that I can cut down and all of that. I just have that, remnants. I've got one sleeve, front and back of the body of the shirt, possibly cuffs, gusset, and all of that. That's leaving another sleeve, which is gonna have a lot of seams in it because it's being pieced together. And personally, I think it looks kind of cool, just the way that it's all put together, and all of that. But yeah, I've been messing with this for like 15 minutes trying to get everything just right. So I've got like a pile of scraps left.
So this is what I meant. You see how we've got all these different seams going on? They're all across this. There's ones up there, down here, like they're all over the place. Theoretically, this could work. Theoretically, this will be fine for a sleeve.
So, it is evidently the next day, if you cannot tell, because I pieced together, the evil sleeve, not really the evil sleeve, but like the one that I couldn't get a single cut out of, single cut of fabric, to do, so it was pieced together instead. I put that together, like I seamed all the panels together, and then I just kind of threw it away for the rest of the day, because I didn't feel like working with it anymore. However, I have decided that I can no longer do that, because for like the first time in like 2 years at this point, we have a snow warning. I feel like saying that now means that we're not actually gonna get any snow, but like, I'm encouraged now to finish this, so we're gonna see if I can put this together, this specific shirt together in a day. I don't know if this is gonna work, but we're gonna see if it works. Okay, so, oh my god, why did I put this so close? So, I have a confession to make. So I said I was gonna try and get this shirt done in a day. That was 4 days ago, and I only finished felling all of the sleeves interiors last night because I was lazy and I didn't feel like doing any work. But they're all done, so theoretically now I can actually go forth and get everything done. Yeah, it's early. It's a pajamas day. I'm lazy, and I want to get this done at this point because I just want to move on. And so I have this burgundy-esque-ish. Yes, this is burgundy. 100% cotton that I got as a remnant. That's going to be lining for the cuffs. It's also probably going to be lining for the collar because why not? I said so. And it's also going to be the reinforcement pieces for the various different places that they're necessary on the shirt. Somehow, I have literally just enough of this main piece to do the body of the shirts. It's 50 inches by 42, and somehow that is just enough. So, here's my admission. It's now the 10th of January, and I have yet to actually finish this shirt. I should have finished this by now, but I didn't. But this is like a habit of mine where the first project of the year, I am so slow at because I'm like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to finish it. But then like everything else after it will be done in a reasonable amount of time. So this is the second time I've done this, but I'm gonna give myself a deadline to finish this one. Okay, so the goal is to have this done by 5 o'clock tomorrow. Actually no, we're gonna say 4:30 tomorrow, cause my friends and I, we got into a habit last year and kind of 2020. It's been a habit of this whole CDC fancy word situation, where every so often we'll get together with food and call it a tea party, and we'll give ourselves a theme, and we'll try and be like, oh, the world isn't dying, we're fine. And so we decided to have one tomorrow, and so therefore I need to finish this because for some reason we decided that the theme is going to be witchy. And when I say witchy, yes, I know that's like, that can mean many things to many different people, but my mom kept calling this my witchy fabric. So I guess I have to finish this now, and I guess I will. So that's gonna be fun. Yeah, I think I also have to go pick up contact lenses. It's 1 p.m. I'm barely awake. It is the 16th of January, and somehow this shirt took 2 weeks to finish. It should have taken like 3-4 days at most. I don't really have much of anything else that I'm doing nowadays. But it took 2 weeks. Anyway, so because I am barely awake, and have just burnt myself with my own tea, which is fun. I'm gonna limit myself to 3 critiques of the shirt and 3 things that I like, just so I don't have to do too much mental thought. Don't have to put too many thoughts into words this early. It's 1 p.m. What am I doing? That's so hot. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my critiques because I feel like that's gonna be easier for me to just get out of the way. First critique is not something actually related to the fit or material or whatnot. It's simply that it took 2 weeks to do. This, my last one, it took, again, like 3-4 days. And I'm not doing much of anything else right now. I took the semester off last semester, and it's technically winter break for literally everyone else now, so it took like 2 weeks to do. This was finished last night. For context, or this morning. It was finished at like 1 in the morning. Anyway, moving on from that. My second critique is, I don't know what you count this as, but as like fit, make, or whatnot, but I like the buttonholes on my left sleeve, but I really don't like them on my right. They look pretty and all that, at least in my mind, comparison to all of the other buttonholes that I've ever done, but they're giant. Like, I was reasonable with my other ones, but like, these ones are giant. It's ridiculous. I might change, because, and I can't just like switch out buttons and it's weird. It's very weird. Maybe in the future I'll put like a thread bar or whatnot to like stop the buttonholes like part of the way through, just so they're more reasonably sized. I don't know. But yeah, other than that, my third critique is, so I wore this once to a friend's house for like a tea party thing that we did, because that's what we do. And it wasn't finished yet, so I had the sleeves pinned and all of that, and it was very warm. Mind you, it was a cold night. It was not cold in her house though. So I think this, despite me trying to be like, oh, this is gonna be like my 18th century iteration of like a lumberjack flannel, which my closet is filled with, I feel like this is, just because of how it holds in body heat, it's gonna be just a like really cold night, really cold day sort of piece, which sometimes we get those here, sometimes we don't. Really depends on the day and how Mother Nature is feeling. We're between the mountains and the bay here, so sometimes we get cold, sometimes we don't. And sometimes it's like last week where we had a 60-degree day. In January, we had snow 3 days later. Anyway, other than that, 3 things that I do like are, the collar is a bit heavy, but I do actually like just the way that it sits and the way that it lays. As well as just the process of putting it together, that is infinitely easier than the last one that I made. So I have my evil dress form that doesn't actually fit me, but evidently it works fine for gathering a neckline. Last time I made one of these shirts, I didn't gather it on the neckline, and I hated every little bit of putting that neckline together. But if I put this one on the dress form, and it went so much easier. It was just great. Love that. But yeah, maybe I shouldn't have put so many layers in it, but like, this one's fine. Love this one. I realized while editing that for some reason the clip just kind of cut off, and you only got one reason why I like the shirt, but my other 2 include that it's longer than the last one that I made, which is that like white shirt that's been making its appearance in the background. That one's a bit like cuts off about hip level. The newer one, so the purple one, that cuts off about mid-thigh, and I think for winter, the times that I do wear it, it'll be a lot better to have the longer shirt, even if it isn't that much longer. Whereas the third reason why I like it is the sleeves they look unique with their pieced together nature. I don't know why I wasn't so against it in the beginning, but like now that I've had a while to look at it and for it to just exist, it does look pretty cool. So yeah. This is Mothman. I love Mothman. Mothman is my favorite cryptid.